Everyone thinks they know what jealousy looks like. They picture someone with crossed arms, a scowl on their face, eye rolls, a cold shoulder, the silent treatment. But that is amateur. That is the kind you can see from a mile away. The real threat? The dangerous kind? It looks nothing like that. The most jealous people in your life right now are smiling at you. They are texting you back, showing up to your events. They are saying all the right things. Almost. Because hidden inside their words are questions. Innocent-sounding questions. Questions that seem like they come from a place of love, curiosity, or concern. But in reality, they are not innocent at all. These questions are designed to do one thing: make you shrink, make you doubt yourself, to make you feel like your happiness, your success, your growth is somehow wrong. And the worst part? You probably never even noticed. You walked right into the trap, answered the question, and walked away feeling worse about yourself without actually understanding why. That ends here. Today, I'm about to show you the 6 questions jealous people ask over and over again. Different people, different situations, same general questions. Once you learn these, you will hear them everywhere. And more importantly, you will know exactly how to respond without losing your peace. Let us break them down, one by one. Question 1. What's the catch? You get some good news. A new opportunity lands in your lap. Maybe you found an amazing apartment. Maybe you landed a great job. Maybe you met someone wonderful. You're excited and you can't wait to share it. So you tell someone. The first words out of their mouth? That sounds too good to be true. What is the catch? Do you feel that? Feel how your excitement just dropped a little? That is exactly what they wanted. See, this question is sneaky because it sounds like they are protecting you, like they are being realistic, like they have been around long enough to know that good things always come with hidden problems. But think about what they did not say. They did not say that is incredible news. They did not say you deserve it. They did not ask you how it happened or what you are excited about most. No, they went straight to finding the flaw, the hidden problem. The reason this good thing cannot actually be good. Why do jealous people do this? Because when something great happens to you and nothing great is happening to them, it creates a gap. That gap is uncomfortable. It forces them to wonder why their life is not moving the same way. Instead of sitting with that discomfort, instead of being happy for you, they try to close the gap by pulling you down, by making your good news seem lesser. If they can convince you there is a catch, suddenly your win is not that impressive anymore. Suddenly you are back on their level. Suddenly they feel better. And here is the trap. If you start explaining, if you start defending why this opportunity is real, if you start listing reasons why there is no catch, you have already lost. Now you are working to convince them your happiness is valid, acting like you need their approval, like your good news needs their stamp of acceptance. It does not. So what do you say instead? Keep it light. Keep it confident. Say something like, no catch, just something good is happening. Or try this. I guess good things just happen sometimes. Then smile and move on. Do not open the door for follow-up questions. Do not invite them to dig for problems. Let your confidence be the final word, because people who genuinely care about you, they celebrate first. They ask curious questions second. They never lead with suspicion. Question 2. But what if it doesn't last? This one cuts deep because it attacks your future. Imagine you just achieved something meaningful. A relationship is going well, a business is growing and succeeding, a new chapter of life is unfolding beautifully. You share your excitement and your friend responds with, that is great, but what if it does not last? What happens when it starts to fall apart? Suddenly, you are not thinking about your win anymore. You are thinking about losing it. You are imagining the worst-case scenario. Your joy just got hijacked, and fear kicks in. This is one of the most manipulative questions jealous people ask, because it disguises itself as wisdom. They act like they are preparing you for reality. like they are saving you from disappointment before it happens, as though they have your best interest at heart. But notice what they skipped entirely. They did not sit in the celebration with you. They did not acknowledge how far you have come and how much you deserve it. They did not share in your happiness for even 1 second. They jumped straight to the ending, the potential failure, the thing that might go wrong. But why? Because jealous people cannot handle watching you win in the present, so they try to steal your future. If they can get you worried about tomorrow, you can't fully enjoy today. And that is exactly what they want. They want you anxious. They want you looking over your shoulder. They want you unable to fully embrace your blessing because you are too busy waiting for it to disappear. Here is a truth you need to carry with you. Nothing in life is guaranteed to last forever. Not success, not relationships, not even hard times. Everything is temporary. Good and bad times, they come and go. But that does not mean you should not enjoy it fully while it's here. Someone who loves you would understand this. They would say things like, "I'm so happy for you right now." They say, "You deserve this." But jealous people, they try to poison your present with fear of the future. Don't let them. When someone asks what happens if it does not last, look them straight in the eyes and say, "Then I will enjoy every moment of it until then." Or say, "I'll worry about that when that time comes. I am focused on right now. That is enough for me." You do not owe anyone a disaster plan for your blessings. Your job is to be grateful and present. Let the future take care of itself when it comes. Question 3. Aren't you worried about what people will think? You made a bold decision. You did something different. Maybe you changed your look. Maybe you started posting your work online. Maybe you took a path nobody expected. And someone walks up with this gem. That is interesting. But are you not worried about what people will think? And just like that, now you are. Your courage gets tested. Suddenly you are imagining judgment, criticism, whispers, laughter. You start second-guessing a decision you felt so certain about 5 minutes ago. This question is pure poison, because it does two things at once. First, it implies that people are already judging you. Second, it suggests that their judgment should matter more than your own choices. Both of those ideas are lies. Most people are too busy with their own lives and their own stories to worry yours. And even if they do have opinions, those opinions have zero power over your path unless you give them power. But jealous people want you to live in fear of judgment. They want you caged by other people's expectations. Why? Because they are caged themselves. They are too afraid to make bold moves, too scared to stand out, too worried about fitting in to ever break free. And watching you move differently makes them face their own cowardice. Instead of being inspired, they try to chain you down with them. They use society as a weapon. They use "what will people think" as a cage. Do not walk inside that cage. Real supporters tell you to go for it. They say, "Who cares what anyone else thinks?" They remind you that the most successful and happiest people in the world all had critics. They all had doubters. They had haters. They all had people whispering behind their backs. But they kept going either way. So when someone asks if you are worried about judgment, respond with total peace. People will think whatever they want. I can't control that. Or say, I am more worried about letting myself down than impressing everybody else. Your life is not a performance for an audience. You are not here to make everyone else comfortable. You are here to live for yourself, to live fully, authentically, and without apology. Let them whisper, let them doubt you. You just keep walking. Now we are getting to the questions that really expose jealous people. The next three are the ones most people never see coming. Pay close attention. Question 4. Why would you even want that? You share a goal, a dream, something you have been working toward or hoping for. Maybe it is a bigger home. Maybe it is a career change, a promotion. Maybe it is a lifestyle most people just don't understand. And someone looks at you confused and asks, why would you even want that? What's the point? This question is designed to make you feel stupid for having desires. They are questioning your dreams, your vision, your ambition. They are acting like wanting more out of life is somehow strange or wrong. But here is what is actually happening. Jealous people who have given up on their own dreams hate watching others chase theirs. It reminds them of what they are too afraid to pursue. It shines a light on dreams they buried long ago. So instead of being inspired by your ambition, they try to make it seem pointless. If they can convince you that your goal is silly, unnecessary, or not worth chasing, they feel better about their own stagnation. They feel better about playing it safe. They feel justified in their smallness. Do not let their small box create your ceiling. Your desires are yours, and you don't need anyone else to understand them. You do not need permission. You do not need approval. Some people dream of travel, some dream of wealth, some dream of creative freedom, or impact, or adventure. Every dream is valid as long as it is yours. When someone questions why you would even want something, recognize it for what it is. That is not curiosity. That is an attack on your ambition. Respond simply, because it matters to me. That is enough. Or say, I do not need a reason that makes sense to anyone else. It makes sense to me. Chase whatever sets your soul on fire, even if nobody around you can see the flame. Question 5. Do you really think you are ready for that? You are about to take your first step into something new, something bigger, a promotion, a leadership role, a major life change. You feel prepared, nervous maybe, but ready. Then someone tilts their head and asks, do you really think you are ready for that? And suddenly, every insecurity you ever had floods right back in. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I am fooling myself. Maybe I should wait longer, get more experience, play it safe a little while more. This question is a confidence killer, and jealous people know exactly what they are doing when they ask it. They are not assessing your skills. They are not offering guidance. They are planting fear, because if you step up and succeed, it proves that growth is possible. It proves that people can rise, and that makes them uncomfortable because they aren't. So they try to keep you stuck at their level by making you doubt your own readiness. But here is a secret nobody tells you. Almost no one feels completely ready for the next level. Growth means stepping into the unknown. It means learning as you go and being brave before you feel prepared. Every successful person you admire took chances before they felt ready. They figured it out along the way. That's how growth works. Someone who truly supports you says, you got this. I believe in you. But jealous people say, are you sure you can handle that? Do you see the difference? One builds you up, the other tears you down. When you hear this question, just stand firm. Ready or not, I am going for it. I will learn what I need as I go. Or say, I have prepared as much as I can. Now it is time to trust myself. You do not need to be perfect. You need to be willing. That is enough. Imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. Question 6. How long did that actually take you? This is the final question, and it might be the most subtle. You just accomplished something impressive. You put in some serious effort. Blood, sweat, and tears, time and sacrifice, and now you finally have something to show for it. Someone looks at your achievement and says, wow, that's cool. How long did that actually take you? On the surface, this seems harmless. Just curiosity, right? Wrong. Listen to what they are really asking. They are measuring. They are calculating. They are looking for a way to minimize your effort or maximize it in a way that makes them feel better. If you say it took a very long time, they think, oh, so it wasn't talent. Anyone could do it if they just spent enough time on it. If you say it was quick, they think, well, then it must have been easy. Not that impressive. Either way, they are searching for a reason not to give you full credit. Jealous people cannot simply say, wow, that is incredible. You should be proud of yourself. They need to investigate. They need context that helps them cope with or justify your success. This question also puts you in an awkward position. Say it took too little time and you sound like you are bragging about how easy it was. Say it took too much time and suddenly your achievement feels less special. But here is the reality that they do not want to accept. It doesn't matter how long it took. What matters is that you did it. Period. You did it. Some things take years, while some things happen quickly. Both are valid. Both deserve recognition. When someone asks how long something took, do not fall into the comparison trap. You say, long enough to do it right, or simply, I put in the work, I got it done, and I am proud of the result. You do not owe anyone a breakdown of your success. You owe yourself the right to own it fully, without explanation. So now you know 6 questions, 6 traps, 6 ways jealous people will try to dim your light without you even noticing. Let me give you a quick recap. 1. What's the catch? They want to find flaws in your blessings. 2. What if it doesn't last? They want to steal your present with fear of the future. 3. Aren't you worried what people will think? They want to cage you with judgment. 4. Why would you even want that? They want to make your dreams feel pointless. 5. Do you really think you are ready? They want to freeze your growth with doubt. 6. How long did that actually take you? They want to measure and minimize your effort. Now that you have heard these, you will recognize them everywhere. In conversations with co-workers, in comments from family, in messages from people you thought were friends. And when you hear them, do not react with anger. Do not get defensive and do not shrink. Just pause, breathe, and ask yourself one simple question. Is this person trying to lift me up or limit me? The answer will tell you everything you need to know. Jealous people reveal themselves through their questions. And now you have the awareness to see it clearly. So keep winning, keep glowing, keep chasing what sets your heart on fire. And when someone tries to question your joy, smile, stay calm, and keep moving forward. Because your happiness does not need their permission. Your success does not need their approval, and your light does not need to dim for anyone. You are doing better than you think. Never forget that. Now drop a comment below and tell me which of these 6 questions you have heard the most. I read every single one. And hit that subscribe button to catch the next secret to your own success. I will see you in the next video. Keep shining bright.